Hi everyone, Heather here with another episode of What's a 411. And today we're going to be talking about the Ninja Creami Deluxe. But before I get started, allow me to just say thank you to all the people that discovered the channel and took the time to contact me with questions and provide great feedback for me. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. And during this holiday season, I just wish you love, peace, and joy. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't. Thank you so much and have a joyous and blessed season. Um, Now, if you are just discovering this channel and are not aware of how I operate, let me just tell you right off the bat that I am not going to be doing a demonstration of the Ninja Creami Deluxe. What I am going to do is I am going to hip you to some things that you need to know about the product. If you are considering purchasing it, or if you already own one and just want to get the best out of it. So I'm going to tell you some things that you need to know that you may not have even thought to ask. And that's what the 411 is all about. So I thought I'd get started by kind of orienting you to our Ninja Creami Deluxe. And first and foremost, do know that in the Creami line, the Deluxe model is the current top of the line. It is an 11-in-1. It offers 11 preset functions. And those preset functions are divided into scoopable treats and drinkable treats. Also, the Creamies allow you to process in this 3-cup pint here, and the 3-cup is exclusive to the Deluxe model here. The other models offer 2, and I am going to discuss the other models just to give you an idea of what's available in the Creami line. But for our Deluxe model, it allows you to process a 3-cup pint, and you can process only the top of the pint if you only want to eat a little bit of your treat. You could process the full pint, or you can process the bottom. Now, these processing options, all 3 of them, are only available for the 5 scoopable functions. And those 5 scoopable preset functions are ice cream, which is designed for traditional ice cream bases made with milk, sugar, and cream. And your light ice cream, which is optimized for bases that are made from milk alternatives like oat milk, coconut milk, soy milk, or for keto ice cream recipes, vegan ice cream recipes, or paleo ice cream recipes, or frankly, ice creams that do not contain sugar. Sorbet is designed for water-based fruit, frozen treats. Gelato is designed for custard bases. If you have ice cream bases that include eggs and are cooked, then gelato may be the preset that is optimized for your particular ice cream base. And frozen yogurt is designed for pre-made frozen yogurt that you can buy in your supermarket. Or if you are someone that makes your own yogurt and then freezes it and you want to creamify it in the way that only Ninja can, this is your preset. And again, all 5 of these presets, you can choose to only process the top, full, or bottom. Whereas These 5 are drinkable presets. And for the drinkable presets, the only option that you have to process is the full, in this case, 3-cup pints. Okay. And the 5 drinkable presets that are offered on the deluxe are Creamicino, and Creamicino is designed if you want to make those frozen coffee house drinks that are available at a particular coffee house that if I said it, you'd know it because it's on every street corner in the United States, just about, and across the world. Frozen drinks, or frozen drink is a preset that is optimized for any frozen drink that you're going to make that includes alcohol. So if you want to do a frozen margarita, a frozen daiquiri, a frozen pina colada, frozen drink is your preset. If you want to make slushies similar to a slushie that we used to get, I used to get as a kid at 7-Eleven, slushie is your preset. Milkshake makes those traditional milkshakes. And also, too, if you want to make a milkshake using, again, oat milk or milk alternatives, milkshake will work for you. However, the milkshake does require frozen ice cream. Okay. And the good thing about this is most people probably have some ice cream in their fridge, or I should say freezer, not fridge. What's good about this is right out of the box, this is the preset that you can use to get your creamy up and running, because all it requires is ice cream, and your ice cream should obviously already be frozen. Otherwise, all of the other presets will allow or will need your base to be frozen for at least 24 hours. Okay, so right out of the box, you can make a milkshake, and then your final drinkable preset is Italian ice. Okay, now one thing that you need to know with regard to the drinkable presets is that the drinkable presets require bases in 2 parts. You're going to have a frozen part of your base and then a pour-in part of your base. So, and I don't know if you can see this here, but printed on your pint in black, you might just be able to make out that there's some black writing there. You're going to see that there is a drinkable pour-in line and a drinkable freeze-fill line. So for drinkables, you're going to pour in the first part of your base to the freeze-fill line, and then you're going to freeze it for at least 17 to 24 hours. And then after it's been frozen, you're going to pour in the second part of your base that hasn't been frozen to this line right here before processing it in the machine in any one of these presets. So whether it's Creamicino, frozen drink, slushy, milkshake, Italian ice. Okay, that's what you're going to do. It's very important that you do this because you don't want to put this in there, your drinkable, with just one part of the base frozen solid without something to the pour in to kind of begin the process for you. Okay, so just remember that when you're doing a drinkable, the process is a 2-part process where you're going to freeze one half of it and then you're going to pour in the other half of it and then process it in the machine. Very important. Okay, and you're going to follow the same procedure if you want to reprocess your base, you're going to pour in 4 to 6 ounces of liquid into your pint here, and then you're going to reprocess the frozen base along with what you've just poured in. Okay, very important with regard to that. Now, what else do you need to know? Here's the first thing. The Ninja Creami Deluxe here, the original Ninja Creami and the new Ninja Creami Breeze, all require that your bases be frozen prior to processing, with the exception, as I said, with milkshake here, as long as you've got some frozen ice cream. Okay, so realize that off the bat that you're going to have to pre-make your bases. Okay, the good thing about it is that Ninja provides you with this 73-page recipe guide that, again, like I love, if you've seen some of my other videos, it is actually printed in a font that is readable. You don't need a magnifying glass to try and figure out. So this is great because it gives you a good basis of drinks and ice cream that you can make right off the bat. It also comes with a quick start guide that gets you up and running right out of the box. And again, right out of the box, you can make a milkshake as long as you've got some ice cream in your freezer. Okay, now, here's another important caveat. Now, if you've seen presentations of any of the Ninjas, they're going to tell you that you should freeze your bases for 24 hours prior to processing, which is true, but there's a caveat to that. And here's what you need to know. The Ninja Creamis, whether you buy the deluxe model, the original Ninja Creami, or the new Ninja Creami Breeze, they're all optimized for upright freezers. Okay, so if you have the upright refrigerator freezer, the Creamis are optimized for that model freezer. Particularly upright freezers that have a temperature range of 9 degrees Fahrenheit and -7 degrees Fahrenheit. This is what these machines are optimized for. Now, that doesn't mean that if you don't have an upright freezer that you can't use the Creamis, any one of them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you have a chest freezer, or if you have, like I do, a French door refrigerator that has a chest freezer on the bottom, your chest freezer and my French door refrigerator freezer gets colder than Ninja's optimal temperature between 9 degrees Fahrenheit and -7 degrees Fahrenheit. So what that means is that if you freeze your base in your chest freezer or your French door freezer, it is going to get colder than Ninja's recommendation. So what I've discovered is that if you freeze your pint for 17 hours as opposed to Ninja's 24-hour suggestion, you will get a much better result. You will get the great creamified result that Ninja always illustrates every time any one of the ninjas is presented. Okay. Now, I will also tell you that the humidity in your environment, in the place where your freezer is, does play a role with how it freezes. So, while for me, in my environment, I've discovered that 17 hours works, for you, it may be 18 hours. Or, hey, it may even be 16 hours. So you're going to have to do a little bit of experimentation to discover the time that works best for your freezer's locale and your particular humidity levels and environment and situation. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I already know what you're thinking now. You're thinking, okay, well, Heather, how do I know if my refrigerator is or freezer is too cold? Or how do I know if it's not cold enough? What am I looking for? Great question. And here's what you need to know. If you've processed your ice cream or frozen treat and you have a consistency of that's crumbly or powdery, and your ice cream looks literally like powder, or it looks more like Dippin' Dots as opposed to creamy and smooth ice cream, that's an indicator that your base is too cold. And again, if you have a freezer like mine or a chest freezer, you may want to not actually freeze your pint for 24 hours, but start with 17 and then go from there. Either, lower or more time depending on the process that you get. On the same token, if after processing your ice cream looks more like ice milk than actually ice cream, then that's an indicator that your base is not cold enough. So you need to perhaps have it freeze a little bit longer. Okay, so ice milk means your base has not gotten cold enough. If your base is crumbly or powdery, your base is actually too cold. Okay, so that's very important to note. So keep that in mind. Now, I also told you that there are two other models in the Ninja Creami family. You have my deluxe model here, and you also have the original Ninja Creami and the Ninja Creami Breeze. And you may be wondering, okay, Heather, what's the difference? And here it is. The Ninja Creami offers 7 preset modes. And those modes are ice cream, light ice cream, gelato, smoothie bowl, sorbet, milkshake, and mix-in. Now, the Ninja Creami offers a 2-cup capacity pint. So with the deluxe model, you get a 3-cup. With the original Ninja Creami, you get a 2-cup capacity pint. Okay. The best price for the Ninja Creami I found at Amazon and Walmart, and both were offering it at $199.99. Now, the Ninja Creami Breeze is the newest model, and it offers the same 7 presets as the original Ninja Creami. And the only difference between the two is the manner in which the pint is actually connected to the machine itself. And that is that it actually connects, it goes up into the machine rather than the way this one is, where it's actually it's literally in the machine. Another difference is that the motor on the Breeze is quieter, because I will tell you right off the bat, this one sounds like a 747. It literally sounds like, if you've ever flown, that moment when the pilot starts up the engines and you hear that, this is literally what it sounds like. It is not quiet. It is loud, and I want to tell you that right off the bat. Okay. Now, most of your processes are going to last between 2 and 4 minutes, so it's not going to be, a long drawn out process, but it is pretty loud. And I just want to be upfront and tell you that right off the bat. Okay. Now, the Ninja Creami Breeze is pretty hard to come by. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are getting Ninja Creami Breeze for Christmas, because the Ninja Creami Breeze is sold out even on Ninja's website, at least at the time of this recording. Right now, the best price I was able to find was at Walmart, and it was $289. On Amazon, you could get a used Breeze at $189.99. So clearly, for my money, go to Costco and buy the fully featured and fully functioned deluxe for $179.99. That's just me, but I'm letting you know that at least at the time of this recording, Breezes are really hard to come by. Now, Walmart also, and I believe the two variations on these models are exclusive to Walmart. Walmart offers a 5-in-1 model of both the Ninja Creami and the Ninja Creami Breeze. So, the 5 presets that are offered on the Walmart exclusive model are ice cream, light ice cream, sorbet, milkshake, and mix-in. Now, the 5-in-1 Creami, the best price at Walmart right now was $169, and the 5-in-1 Breeze at Walmart is $199.95. Okay? So, if you're one that, hey, Heather, I am never in my life going to make Italian ice. I don't eat gelato. I don't drink. I'm not going to make a frozen drink. I don't drink coffee. I'm not going to make a cremacino. I just want to be able to make ice cream, milkshake, and occasionally I'll have a sorbet. Then the 5-in-1 may be great for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, for mix-ins, and that is any additives that you want to add to your ice cream after it's already been processed, you want to create a hole in your ice cream that goes all the way to the bottom of your pint, between 1 and 1.5 inches deep, and then you want to place your mix-ins in that hole and then process using your mix-in function. Okay. Now, one thing you need to know, again, it's not a blender. So your mix-ins are going to retain their size. They're going to be whole. Okay. Now, if you are using softer mix-ins like, cookie dough or little cookie pieces, they might be crushed during the process, but for the most part, any mix-ins that you add in are going to remain intact. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you want to make, if you'd like smaller pieces, you might want to process them in a blender or cut them up yourself. into smaller pieces before mixing them into your frozen treat. Okay. Now, also, if you're going to be doing, or if your base is a custard base, if it is a cooked base, what you want to do is place your base into an ice bath before freezing it, because you want your base to go down to 39 degrees Fahrenheit at least before placing it into your freezer. Okay. And basically, to create an ice bath, you just want to get, a large bowl, place some ice water in it, and place your pint in it, and let the temperature go down on your cooked base to 39. And once it is, then you go ahead and place it into your freezer. And that brings up another important point. Before freezing, you want to make sure that your base is flat. So you want to take a spoon and just kind of, go over, flatten out your base so that it freezes flat and solid. You also want to store your pints upright. And also, if you're doing a drinkable base, you want to store your drinkable closest to the door, to avoid, that kind of frost over freeze that happens. So keep that in mind. And if you are creating a frozen drink from a powder, like if you're using a protein powder or Kool-Aid or Crystal Light, any powdered drink to create your base, what you want to do is use hot water to dissolve your powder, because that way you're going to ensure that your powder is completely dissolved before freezing it. And that's going to ensure that you have the best tasting drink. Okay, because your cold water may not, or room temperature water may not dissolve your powder completely. So by using hot water, you're ensuring that your powder is completely dissolved. And again, for your drinkables, you have a 2-step process where you're going to freeze a portion of your drinkable to your freeze fill line that's on your pint here. And then you're going to pour in the rest of it after it's frozen to the drinkable fill line and then process it. Okay. And if you want to reprocess a portion of your frozen base, what you want to do is, again, you want to add a pour-in liquid of 4 to 6 ounces and then stick it in and process it. Okay. So that is the 411 on the Ninja Creami Deluxe.